Am I starting the trial? That makes no sense. Oh my god, I am! What the heck? 2 days later, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4. I'm doing this against Edgeworth again. Oh, that makes sense. Gumshoe is like his personal detective. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show... Tatsu! How are you? Hello! Oh yeah! Helena, if you want to get your attendance check, make sure to check up the channel points. Get your Carlton coins. Tatsu, how are you? How have you been? The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. I'm good. How was the move? The move, good. We're done. Finally. Finally. Thank God. We finally finished it this weekend. This was the last batch of stuff that I had to get from Boston. And so I pretty much am unpacked. There's still a lot of stuff I need to clean, and I need a dresser. So that's fun. I've not unpacked any of my clothes except for the clothes that were in my suitcase. So but it's okay. I now have my desk set up, so that's really nice. And I'm really happy about that. And I'm streaming again, which makes me also really happy. That's because my desk is set up, and I didn't get my monitors until this weekend, so it's fine. I got a lot of time to unpack and organize a bunch of other stuff, because there were probably like 20 boxes in my room before I moved in, just because my dad has a lot of storage. Had a lot of things stored in here. So, chaos, really. I'm in Boston now? No, I am in New York now. I was in Boston. Same time zone though. So that's the best part, honestly. Not suffering. Moved from Boston, which isn't too far. My lips are so dry. I see you've been going on so many hikes lately. They look so nice. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I want to go hiking. Except I don't have access to a car easily. Because I don't know how to... I don't know how to drive, which I really do need to learn. But one day... I don't think there's a walkable hiking area. There's not like one that's actually in nature, I guess. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. I don't know what voice to give Edgeworth. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? New York City or New York State? Please don't learn how to drive in New York City. Unfortunately, I will have to learn how to drive in New York City. I do live in New York City. I could drive out to LIC. That would be the closest far part away from New York. But the thing is, I don't think I'll ever leave a city. Like, I'm not gonna live somewhere that isn't a city with public transportation. So I'm gonna have to learn how to drive in the city. It's gonna be hell, but I'll do it. I really need to learn how to drive. It's just one of those things where it's like, it takes quite a bit of time to do, unfortunately, but it's also a thing that I feel like everyone needs to know. It's just unfortunate for me, really. Oops. Yeah. Just because I grew up in a city, I don't think I'll ever leave a city. If the city is so small that there's no public transportation, I'm not living there. So. Maybe in the far future, but not soon. This here is the employee area. The actors did a run through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 PM that day. Past the security station, there's a gate. See? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. I've been driving for a long time, but driving in a big city like that makes me nervous, lol. I completely understand that. Even like as a passenger only, I get scared. People here are crazy. People here in Boston were worse. People in Boston were actually insane. Boston has a little bit more space in terms of driving just because it's not as congested as the city can get here. But it... drivers in Boston are entitled. They are so entitled that they will not let you through. Drivers in New York are just annoying. They will take every centimeter of space that you can get. And there's just also no space to drive here. Like Manhattan, you aren't driving. You're just like, I don't even know. You're crawling. It's like that in Quebec. Oh my god. Terrible. Y'all need to learn how to drive. Insane. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Awesome. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Wow, visuals! And after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Alright, after that, at 1 PM, the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 PM, the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Damn. What did they have against his nipple, huh? Sorry, this is a murder, I shouldn't be laughing. The time of death was 2:30 PM. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was a murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Huh. Did I listen to that whole thing again? Skip it! I think I can probably remember that. When Quebec people come over here, they drive like crazy. No! Be civilized! Beep! You should get a bumper sticker or something. I don't even know what they would say. I don't know. Be civilized, you Quebecois. What? The drawing looks like a pencil. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. I'm glad. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Why she blink like that? I'm sorry. She's like spazzing. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Me too! I love it. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Be civilized, Quebecois. Be civilized, Quebecois. I want to make this a bumper sticker just for you, Tetsu. You'll get a photoshopped thing in the Discord later. I don't even know what I would put. Just a map of the Quebecois of Quebec. Like I don't even. Seems that Jonathan has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. And the old bag, dearie. Oh, her name is actually Old Bag. I thought we were just funny. Just call me Grandma. still have the other to make a name. Can you believe it? There's this boy at the captain of the chest. You got me. Oh, bag. Well, I just cried and cried because I had a crush. Objection! Object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. I can't imagine being in court with this woman. And like these characters, I would cry. Imagine being called to be a juror for this. Anyways. You may begin your testimony. Hey, don't say that, Phoenix. That's not nice. Damn, this man, I swear. Witness account. On day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Alright, let's go! The man was not Powers. Let's see. Let's press. It was Powers! Let's press that. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny. Nick, this is your chance. Yeah. Time to pull out that secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. I don't think so. Yeah, that's not quite it. Objection! Let me get this straight, old Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? We're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? These emotes. Amazing. Beautiful. It sounds like someone's just crushing water bottles in my backyard. I don't know what's happening. Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True. Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. From my little cosine? Cousin? I can't tell if you're actually talking about math. Does your cousin? Does your cousin also stream? Ah! Oh, they're live right now! I will just throw them a follow. Wait, that's really cool. Can you tell them that these are really cool emotes? Oh my god, the poutine! Ah! These are really cute. Wow, these are really good. The colors are very good. I'm very impressed. Making emotes is really hard, y'all. It really is. It really is. But that doesn't mean that Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Mr. Witness. It's having trouble calling your old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How's that to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Oh, old windbag has left even Edward speechless. He's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Oh god. Okay. Let's see. I never say anything. Ah! Tetsu! Tetsu, I'ma time you out. I'ma time you out! How dare you! How long is 600 seconds? That's 10 minutes! How do I undo this? Oh! Wait, it deletes the messages? Oh no. Wait, how do I undo this? Someone help me. You can't even tell me how. Ah! Google. I didn't actually mean to. I was hovering over it. And then, I don't know. How to untime out. There's no one doing what's been done. To clear a timeout or overwrite the... Tetsu's gone forever now. Yeah, 10 minutes is forever. We're done. Hold on. How to untime out. Open the timeout command. Find. How do I open the timeout command? This is a cool question. Oops. Oops. Oh god, what have I done? Remove? I sure want to remove the selected. Did this work? Tetsu, can you chat back again? Oh, there's an ad. Guess we'll never find out. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Oh, beautiful. There we go. I'm so sorry. Wait, that's so funny. Why is the automatic timeout 10 minutes? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Sorry, Tetsu. You can't even hear me say sorry. You don't even know if you're back. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the... Welcome back, Tetsu. You can't... Can you hear me? During the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy. Yeah, I heard it all, just could not type. That's fine. I'm glad. Oh. Whoa! Fuck, I ran into my mic stand. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too loud. Huh, so he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding someone. I'll press her until she squeals. What a weird man. I swear. Phoenix? Phoenix? Alright, let's press this. We're gonna press everything. Whippersnapper. Hey, I haven't done anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing at fingers at anyone's behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. You today was whining about each other, putting fingers this way. That is when it made an old lady cry. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. Ha 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 ha. We'll try. Hold it! Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's still samurai. And poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And... me. What exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. What about the assistant? She was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. Saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the steel samurai. What a laugh. The Powers sprained his ankle. I helped him make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed her where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where is the assistant, then? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Paris' ankle. Huh. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props, so it was a big mess. He broke a prop? Sure did! His own samurai spear! Samurai spear? A murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. It strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. I'm also really concerned that a prop is sharp enough to kill a man. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr... what the fuck? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Just a nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot? Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... where is this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well... we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Huh. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit with Mr. Will Powers. Huh, I suppose that's right. You sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. Huh. The fence has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Oh my god, there's more! The time before Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have had to be the steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I don't even... Yeah? How do you know that? Huh? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. This man, Gumshoe, stop! The only person I saw go into the studios before then was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. Oh god. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before one? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. How? You weren't there? Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Well, the windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over the important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. What am I supposed to do? $2:30. Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. mean, if you were at the employee area, you wouldn't have seen them had you gone to lunch. I don't understand that part. Can someone have jumped? Dragging his leg. Is that duct tape? I can't really tell. Anything weird about the photo? I don't think so. Also, dragging his leg, question mark. But, like, the sleeves are also long? Sleeves? Pants? Pant legs? I'm gonna present the map. Because I don't think you would have seen them. I don't know. Is ever— oh. What am I doing? Did I press everything? I swear I did. How do I know that? Donuts, Secret Pal. This is not good. Do I present this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh! Okay. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a photo? I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. No, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m, photo 2. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is a bit of the end where it says photo number 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Okay, thank God. Order, order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day, yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. Eh? Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper! The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it seemed to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, how? But believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Oh, whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Holdback? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. That kind of scared me for a second. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Oh my god, this is the 4th one already. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. This poor guy. But this old bag, this is the first time I've heard of this. Oh, Karsani, I just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. another job? That's right, I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. Look closely at every one of the photos the security camera takes. Do you back up all of the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes, but those computers are just so frustrating. I love this. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? You can tell by looking at their faces for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I? What was the photo, Miss Oldbag? Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Just samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. I get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. When was there that day? My good. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one else could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Yeah, I figured. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and... What? They're kids, children, whippersnappers. Oops, oh god. Kids. So, on the photo that you erased? As a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai, dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Ah yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. Boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. Huh. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. The court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information and no forgetting vital information this time. Please. Oh, what was that? An hour? Your powers? Yeah, yes. Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff! I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel camera in the... So, where does this leave me? Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick? What are we going to do? First, we play for more time. Start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right, and it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. This poor man is on trial for murder. And y'all are just like... eh. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Wait. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Ah, very well, Mr. Wright. Your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed the crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. So, who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? Are we assuming this? The silence is loud. It was the grade school boy. Look! Ah! Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran action star with spear. For one thing, the murder weapon was with the Steel Samurai. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him? It was the boy! Maybe that was a dumb move on my part. Maybe? Maybe? How about absolutely Nick? It's okay. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. One more chance, please? Oh god. Am I just gonna get all the chances? It was the assistant! The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? What about the assistant? Cleaning backdrops. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume, but she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from under the case. I'm so fucked. I'm dead. One more chance. Let's go. Don't cry. The silence again. Just me casually dying. Don't worry. I'm alive. It was the security lady! Wendy Oldbag. Oh! The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There's only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady. Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper? Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you! Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, and slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. But why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her photo. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes too, baby! That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edward pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edward? Does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. Press further. Always. Very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? Forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. Wait, just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? That boy, the boy whose photo I erased. It's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to the kids, I mean to your elders, day? Whippersnapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Well, let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. You need a card key. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy... What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Jeez. Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking. The Steel Samurai OST is a banger. Oh great, stop the presses. The wind bag wants to talk. This old bag, what is this all about? Have you admitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? Oh, by whom? It wasn't Edward? Aw, thank you for treating Stu. Did he get his treat? Oh, there we go. Very cute. But, testify. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to keep accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? And you've been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Jesus Christ. This, what is this, sixth testimony, seventh? Okay. And that's right by studio and TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? You should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yeah, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the play area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, there it is. You go through the gate and all the round to the left. That was where the... Yep. We continue the cross-examination. We always continue. Always, always. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. Oh. That's called a bribe, ma'am. We continue pressing until the end. You never know. Oh, that's it. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, wait, there was more. So they're actually... Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. Perfect. Okay. Them? Who are these people? The producer and director for starters. I thought we already talked about this. But I heard it fell over that day. Is that what happened? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Nick, I guess pressing her was the right thing to do. For an old windbag, she sure likes keeping secrets. Let's get as much information as we can. Oh, what am I supposed to do? There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. What am I supposed to present? I want to present the fact that it was blocked off, so I don't even understand how they got there, but I don't know if this will work. The music didn't stop. I'm fucked. What do I do? I should have saved. Wait, I pressed everything. Did I just take a break? And then, why isn't the Studio 2 being... Employee area all morning for the run-through. Joined the producer around lunchtime. Where was the producer before then? Had a meeting after that in Studio 2 trailer. Let's take a break. I don't know. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is possible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Alright. Thank you, so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Ah, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So, now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor Old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, I wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Alright, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks, guys. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today.
Objection! Objection! Hold it! Hold